All right, we're back to merging on the freeway. I just filled up $80 worth of diesel. Tank wasn't completely empty, and I'll have about another $100 on the way back. We are driving 250 miles west to pick up a new bike, a new to me bike. Look at how fetching wide this freeway is, and they have us stuck on one lane. But yeah, we're heading west to pick up a new bike, and then we are gonna turn around and do that same 250 miles back. So we have about a 7-hour round trip. It is 12 o'clock. I'm going to reset our fuel economy. Right now we're getting about 14.5. Eesh! Just flipped my phone out of my hand. But so we'll see what we get on the way back. We're not in the Power Stroke. The Power Stroke is fixed, but I didn't want to stress test it on this big trip. I'll take it on a smaller trip next time. But yeah, so the bike we're going to pick up, I will put a video on screen of what it is. But I haven't pulled the trigger. And last night I just happened to be scrolling on the auction, thought it was a good deal, bid on it, won it, actually did some math and realized that maybe it wasn't such a good deal after all. I'll get into the pricing and everything at the end of the video, how much I paid for it. And obviously I'm gonna count in how much gas. But I got with me some Goldfish, a Powerade, air compressor, just in case my tire goes flat. I got my jump pack, just in case the battery's dead on the bike. I got my cashier's check in hand. And I also got this helmet. This is the helmet that I wore back in high school. I kept it. Well, I could have been here quicker, but I'm going 45 on the freeway, on a 4-lane freeway. Gotta love it. But hey, at least we're getting 17.3 miles to the gallon. Not bad. But yeah, we're almost there. We'll be there in about probably 15 to 20. So much road construction here. Oh, look at this, more up here. Thankfully we're here. I really wanted to test the bike on this road, but with all this road construction, I don't think I'm going to. But this is it. This is the auction house. Let's turn on up in here and wow, they have a lot of stuff here. I see jet skis that were there. Oh, I see the bikes. Let's see if we're gonna be able to see ours up in there. Nope, I just see the Honda. All right, well, we'll go back in there and let me park and I'll go pay and do what I need to do. All right, boys, here she is. She's fetching mint. There she sits. I figured out what was leaking on the bike. We have a bad front fork seal. It's leaking really bad. I had the bike parked in front of the truck at the auction for probably 15 minutes, and there was a puddle. I don't know what. I'm surprised it hasn't leaked out if it's leaking that bad. But I looked up new fork seals, and it looks like they're about $30 for 4 of them. So no big deal. I'll just have to watch a video on how to do the work, because really I do not want to do the work. There's a shop in town that I might call and see if I can get a quote. All right, I made it to the shop. The bike is unloaded, but look at all of that fluid. I don't think it even does it justice. I mean, that's puddled. That is puddled fluid from this front shock here. I mean, it is just dripping constant. I'm not even sure that was possible. So gonna have to get that fixed, but for now I'm gonna move the truck and I'm gonna go on a little ride before I put it away for the night. Oh, there it is. It looks fetching sick, dude. Sheesh. It's got oil, but it doesn't appear to have any coolant in it whatsoever. Like, it's even under the low. So I'm not sure what's up with that. But so we'll just watch the temp gauge. I rode it earlier for like 20 minutes. It didn't get above 200 degrees. So I think that means we're good. All right, we are back. It's the next morning. It's a Saturday, and I was so excited to get up and ride this thing that I woke up at 6 and couldn't go back to bed. Still on my work schedule, even on a Saturday. But we are ready to ride her. Let's see how that fork seal's doing. Oh man, that's a pretty gnarly puddle. I know you can't see that. I'm surprised this thing even has fluid. Right, here it is again in the sunlight. It is just leaking a lot of oil. But if it's leaking oil, that means we know that we got oil in it. One test ride in today. Look at that with the sun coming in. And then I'm probably gonna have to do that fork seal replacement. Alrighty boys, we're in a new truck. Oh, you can't see it. I'll get it as we pull around. I meant to use my GoPro to do a test video, but I forgot I brought the strap and everything, but let's see, there's the bike. I don't think you can see it. Yep, yeah, you can. There's the bike. Fetching, oh, let me zoom out. It died on me. And I can't bump start it, I can't do anything. The battery is dead. So thankfully my friend's house is just around the corner and I'm in his truck. Holy cow, dude, I need to stop buying things off auctions. Too many problems. I'm hoping that the battery just sucks and that it's not a bad stator or magneto or some sort of electrical problem. Ah, man. So I gotta run home. And I lost my phone driving the motorcycle, but I found it. So I gotta drive home and get my jump pack, and we're gonna throw the jump pack on it, and hopefully it'll start and stay running. So it died on, like I parked it at my friend's house, went to start it, dead, nothing. But then I was able to bump start it, bump start power to the battery. I didn't start it off bump start, but for some reason the bike got power after me trying a few times, which I guess would make sense if that magneto was spinning. But then I started it and it was revving to like 4,000 RPMs no matter what I did. And then I would rev and it wouldn't rev down. So I started accelerating, got it to 5,000 RPM, didn't go down. 6,000 RPM, wouldn't go down. I don't know if that's just like not a safety feature, but a feature where if the bike knows that the battery's low, it can rev up to charge the battery. I have no idea. I'm not familiar with motorcycles, and especially not Italian motorcycles. So I hope once I throw a jump pack on it, everything will be okay. Oh, what is today? Anyways, I'll catch back when we're gonna jump start it. All right, we'll need both the jump pack, not the scanner jump pack, and the trickle charger. That way we can jump it at the gas station, and then we can charge it at the shop. Oh boys, what a process everything I buy is. All right, first things first, I moved the bike out of the way so I can be away from people. The battery's under the seat, and I can't get the seat all the way off because there's a bolt back up in there. All right, it's reading 13 volts. That could be a bad thing, but we'll get the jump pack on it and hopefully the battery's just bad. Otherwise we could have a short or some sort of electrical problem going on, which would make sense why the RPM was idling so high. Oof, we'll see. All right, I got the jump pack on and we have power. So theoretically, I should be able to push in the clutch, and it killed the battery. Okay. Maybe we lost connection. But it did give power, so I think we just have a bad battery. Do you hear that? Something's trying, oh. Okay, we have power again. I don't know. Ready? Nothing. Dead. All right, I wasn't recording, but I got it running. But man, it's idling super high. I'm gonna let it idle and see what happens. All right, I was able to make it back by pushing it back. The RPMs were way too high to ride it back. I couldn't even shift it into gear, but luckily this gas station was just over there. But this was loose, and this is that noise we're hearing. You hear that? And then I move it, nothing. So I think this is our only problem. It was just that we had a loose connection and it probably drained the battery because of that. Yeah, look, we have power now. So literally only because this was loose. Regardless, the battery's dead, so we need to get it charged. But I'm hoping that that is all that we have. So let's go ahead and throw this on. Oh yeah, nice and bright. And we'll get that charging. It says we're at 75%. So I think quite literally it was just that loose connection. Sweet. All right, it's been like 2 minutes and it just beeped, it's 100% full. So I want to start it and make sure that it's not idling high. Sorry, neighbors. Crisis averted. It's just that fetching wire. All right, well, that's gonna be the end of the video. I wanted to get a test ride video in, but I think I will make that its own video. I went and stopped by a shop, met a nice guy named Howard, and he said that he will replace both of my leaking fork seals. This one doesn't leak, but he said if you're gonna do one, you might as well do both. And these things require fork seal changes every 24,900 miles, or every 40,000, or yeah, 40,000, or yeah, let's just say every 25,000 miles, they require fork seal replacement. So it doesn't hurt, it's at 15,000 miles, but that'll just ensure we'll never do it again. He said the quote was about 3 to 3.5, 300 to 350 bucks to do it. And I think that's fair. I know the seal kits are only 50 bucks online, but I don't want to touch them. I know, and they require special tools to separate everything, the pieces from one another. And if I were to do it myself, I think, one, it would take forever and I would never be able to ride it. And two, it would just, ultimately, I would do something wrong. Like, I think this gentleman who did it, I think he tried to replace them himself because there's some wear on this nut here. And I just think he did a bad job, and that's why it's leaking. But anyways, let's get to a price cut of how much it costs for this bike. So I paid 2,300 bucks was the winning bid for this 2010 Aprilia 1000R, 140 horsepower, 80 foot-pounds of torque. It's only got 15,000 miles. So I won it for 2,300 bucks. And you might be thinking, wow, that's actually a pretty good deal. I've used this auction before, but I've never bought a vehicle from this auction before. And I was very surprised with how much their fees were. I figured I'd be out the door, everything said and done, 2,700 bucks, but I was wrong. It was like 2,960, so $2,960 to walk out the door with this thing. Clean title, of course. So then I did a seven and a half hour, 500-mile round trip to pick it up. Used about $120 worth of diesel. So we'll just say we're at an even 3. So we'll just say that I paid $3,000 for this bike. I have no idea what it's worth. I consider it to be low miles at 15,000. It's a super fast bike, super nice. And if I go ahead and go forward with that fork seal, which I will, I'll probably be anywhere from 3,300 to 3,400 bucks, all said and done, out the door. We did have a problem with that battery, but thankfully we got it fixed. I would have been devastated if this thing had battery problems, considering that I've been having battery problems with my truck and just put a bunch of money into it to get it figured out. But so I think at the price of $30,000 out the door, I think that's a good deal. And I think I could ultimately sell it for maybe $3,500, maybe $4,000 if I'm lucky. But now that I got that fork seal, I think I just kind of ate up all my profit. The plan was to sell the bike, but as I've been riding it, I love it. But so we'll see. You guys let me know what you want me to do. If I should turn around and get the leaking fork seal fixed and sell it, or if I should hold on to it for a little bit. I have to wait 4 to 6 weeks for the title to be transferred into my name at the DMV. So I know that I'll at least have it for a month and a half. And summers here are about 4 or 5 months if we're lucky, before winter or fall and winter hit. So I have about another good, probably 4 months of good riding. So who knows, I might just wait to sell it in the winter. But then I'll kind of eat into my profits too, because bikes get sold cheaper during the winter. But we'll see. Anyways, it's a fun bike. But you guys let me know what you want me to do with it.